Hey everyone, it's Shannon and welcome back to the Also Archives. Today's video will be specifically for high school students and new college students who are interested in pursuing a career in medicine. So this will be just about tips and tricks that I discovered along the way that would have really helped me in my journey towards becoming a physician. So hopefully I can kind of impart some knowledge on you all and it may make your journey a little bit easier. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to become a physician. But it wasn't until college that I realized, okay, you need to buckle down and figure out what you need to do to make it if this is what you want to do. So a lot of the things that I discovered along the way were things that I had to research and figure out on my own. And this was fine, of course. You know, I created a lot of opportunities for myself, but it would have been a lot easier if I had known about some of these things back in high school or back in my freshman year of college. So I hope that I can share some of the tidbits that I learned along my journey, and hopefully they can help you as a high school senior, high school junior, or even a freshman college student on just what are some ways that you can prepare super early if you're thinking about a career in medicine. My first tip is making sure you have strong foundations in math, science, and also reading comprehension and critical thinking. All these things will, of course, serve you well in college, but they also will help you looking way ahead when you start to prepare for the MCAT. So for me, specifically math was always not my strong suit. I always struggled. I always had a tutor or, had to do retakes on exams and things because I just couldn't grasp the material. But I would say for any high school, college students out there who struggle in math, do whatever it takes to get a solid foundation, because having a strong foundation in math will help you in the sciences. And you will absolutely need that when you start taking the upper level science courses such as biochemistry, chemistry, and physics. So please focus on your maths and sciences in high school and really get that basic material down. It'll help you in the long run. So my second tip is specifically for high school juniors and seniors, especially minority students. If you know in your heart that you want to be a physician, please look into pipeline to medical school programs at these undergraduate institutions. I had no idea that these programs existed until I was well into my college career. But as a high school student, I would have loved to have known about these programs early on. Basically what they are is they are connections between the undergraduate institution and the medical schools in an effort to increase in-state physicians or to increase numbers of minority physicians or students going to medical school. So these programs are great because a lot of times you can kind of get around things that other pre-meds have to deal with. For example, one program, you don't even have to take the MCAT. All you do is you get your certain GPA, you do well in your science coursework in college, and literally you will get a conditional acceptance to that medical school. Other programs, some are like that, but other programs are you get your GPA, you get the MCATs done, and you get a automatic interview at some of these medical schools. So either way, I think it's a great opportunity to look into. If it's something you're serious about, it can only be helpful if you go to a school that offers these kinds of things. Third and final tip for high school students and early college students is it is not too early to start getting clinical experiences. You will find out that medical schools take clinical experience on your resume very seriously. You can have a 4.0, you can have all the research in the world, you can go to any Ivy League school in the country. But if you do not have significant clinical experience on your application that you can speak about, these schools will not consider your application. I've heard so many stories where students have 4.0s and they're at the top of their class, valedictorian, you name it, and they have zero patient interaction time. They don't get interviews. They don't get accepted. So this is a big, big, big part of your application, and you can start as early as high school. In my opinion, the best way that you can get early clinical experience is if you earn your emergency medical technician or EMT license. I believe in Maryland, I think you have to be 18 to get your license, but I think in other states you can get it as early as 16 years old. So the EMT has been extremely, extremely valuable. I only got mine, I'm 25 and I got mine maybe 6 months ago. But I kid you not, if I had known about the opportunities that being an EMT can bring you, I would have gotten my EMT certification way back in high school. Please, please, please look into your local fire stations, look at your community colleges, and find these opportunities to get your EMT license. If you go through your local fire departments, a lot of them will fund will pay for you to get your EMT certification. It'll teach you whether or not you have what it takes to deal with a variety of people. It'll teach you how to communicate with people who are going through distress and stressful situations. And it'll also allow you to interact with various healthcare professionals in the medical setting. If you can do that in high school, I think that would just set you up and open a lot of doors for you. And you start your clinical experience years earlier than you would if you wait until college. So this video has just been my quick top 3 tips for high school students on what you can do right now to be successful in medical school or applying to medical school. Get your sciences and maths down pat. Apply for pipeline programs when you're applying for colleges, and please start clinical experience early and get your EMT certification. So I hope these tips are helpful. They sure would have helped me if I was a high school student applying to medical school today. And please, if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below, and I will absolutely respond to anything. I would love to continue to share any advice for pre-meds out there because it's a difficult journey, and I want to be able to inspire and assist future medical school applicants in any way I can. So thank you all for tuning into this video, and please stay tuned for future videos.